Hello, I'm Marja, and I work here at the Defiance Public Library System in the Children's Department. I'd like to share with you some of the new juvenile nonfiction titles which are now available to you with your library card. This month, we have several new juvenile nonfiction titles about some really interesting people, including A Thousand Glass Flowers, Marietta Barovier, and The Invention of the Rosetta Bead, written and illustrated by Evan Turk. A long time ago in Italy, during the era of the Renaissance, glassmaking was thought to be men's work. Marietta's father was considered to be a master of glass. One day, when he noticed her spying on his work, he welcomed her into his workshop and began sharing with her his knowledge. This title tells the story of Marietta's determination to create something beautiful and ultimately be accepted as a glassmaker, becoming one of the very first women allowed to open her very own glass workshop. Or maybe you would like The Boy Who Thought Outside the Box, the story of video game inventor Ralph Baer, written by Marcy Wessels, illustrated by Beatrice Castro. In 1951, no one dreamed of playing games on a television set. That is, except for Ralph Baer. But it wasn't until more than 20 years later, in 1972, that his idea was actually created and available in stores. This story documents Ralph's experiences as a young boy in Nazi Germany, his family's eventual immigration into the United States, and the numerous careers which he held leading up to the creation of his revolutionary idea. If the idea of reading about an inventor sounds interesting, but you're not sure which inventor you want to read about, try Inventors, Incredible Stories of the World's Most Ingenious Inventions, written by Robert Winston, illustrated by Jessamy Hawk. This book shares more than 50 stories of innovative thinkers who have helped to shape the world as we know it today. The inventors are grouped into 4 categories: making things go, caring for people, helping at home, and bang whiz whir. Most of the bios are on 2-page spreads with plenty of illustrations, making it a great pick for short bursts of reading. If you're more interested in reading about fictional characters, Disney's Who's Who, an A to Z of Disney characters, written by Brooke Vitale and designed by Scott Petrower, might be just what you're looking for. In this book, you will find a comprehensive 428 pages of Disney characters, from popular protagonists like Bambi, to villains like Cruella de Vil, to lesser-known sidekicks like Evinrude. The book is divided up alphabetically by movie title, making it easy to find whichever character you're searching for. Do you think you know all the characters in your favorite Disney movie? You can test your knowledge with this title. Perhaps you'd prefer to read about Harry Potter characters. Magical Treasury, a visual guide to the wizarding world, written by Elizabeth Dowsett, can help with that. This guide depicts not only the characters, but also all the elements in the Harry Potter stories in a very unique way. They are all captured and displayed as Lego creations. So you can simultaneously learn about Harry Potter and how to create Harry Potter World with Legos. If current events is more your style, you might try this new title, The Talk, Conversations about Race, Love, and Truth, edited by Wade Hudson and Cheryl Willis Hudson. In this book, you will find 30 award-winning authors and illustrators willing to share their thoughts and ideas about sensitive topics like race, self-esteem, and advocating for change. Or you may want to know more about elections. This new title, What is an Election?, written by Karen Jenner, is a great starting point if you aren't sure what an election is or how it works. It includes the basics of an election, as well as important historical accounts, and even notes various differences among elections between various countries. If science is more your thing, we have a spectacular new encyclopedia about the universe titled Space, a Visual Encyclopedia. a DK and Smithsonian publication. This reference book contains everything about the universe, from the planets to the newest discoveries and future endeavors. Inside, you will find striking photographs, diagrams, timelines, and it includes activities to do at home. Finally, I thought some of you might find this title intriguing. Dung for Dinner, a stomach-churning look at the animal poop, pee, vomit, and secretions that people have eaten and often still do. Written by Christine Viernig, illustrated by Corwin Briggs. I'm afraid to describe too much of what is included in this book due to the fact that some of you may have a weak stomach. Suffice it to say, for those of you that don't, you will not be disappointed with the unsavory and downright gross facts about the poop, pee, vomit, and secretions people both knowingly and unknowingly put in their mouths. Those are the highlights for Juvenile Nonfiction this month. I promise you there are many, many more new titles that we have at the Defiance Public Library System that I didn't mention here. So if none of these sound interesting to you, check out our website at www.defiancelibrary.org or visit us soon and let us help you find something that does.